guys! We're the Real Talk Trio.
And today we are reeling you back in for today's episode for... Drumroll? Who's gonna announce it?
The Secret Agent, o Agente Secreto, by Kleber Mendonça Filho.
Period. As you can tell by my shirt and the colors that I'm wearing, it's a Brazilian movie. I love Brazil. So.
Me too.
I mean, I hope so. Fun fact, Clara's Brazilian.
Fun fact, as you can see by my shirt. I'm kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke, guys.
Okay, so let's get into this. Any fun facts?
You should start with your fun fact.
Oh, well, I realized this as watching the movie that the actor who plays Marcelo / Armando? No, Armando.
Yeah.
Armando or Armando?
Armando.
That he actually played Pablo Escobar in Narcos with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. And he's also the voice of the wolf in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Oh my gosh,
No
I didn't know
way.
that.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh my god.
He plays
I saw
Steph.
his credit and like when I went to see the movies he did because his face told me something, and I saw Puss in Boots and I was like, oh, I don't remember him in it, but like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, our Latin king.
Wagner Moura.
Is there any other fun fact?
I have one that I just learned on the internet. But that role in The Secret Agent, the role of Armando was tailor-made for him. Like the director thought of him and wrote the character for him specifically. And a second fun fact is that the actress that plays Dona Sebastiana, her real name is also Sebastiana.
Oh.
And she's actually not a professional actress. She was cast by the director in another movie, and he liked to work with her so much, and she's so iconic that he decided to like give her another role for that movie.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
So she started her acting career like in her good age. So
Period. Good for her, honestly.
Yeah.
So anything else, guys?
I read an article on my
phone right now.
No, yeah, it's because I want to like cite it, you know. I read the article on my way here, and it's the article by the playlist, and it was basically Wagner, the actor who played Marcelo or
Armando or Clara. How do you pronounce it?
Yeah. Well, Armando or Marcelo.
Armando. So yeah, he played Armando. But the article, the article questions him about the role, and he was actually, gonna get the age wrong, but he was like around 5 or 8 or so when the dictatorship was ending or still going on. So he said like he doesn't know much because he was young, but he still remembers that. Which, by the way, spoilers, but the story is centered around the dictatorship in Brazil. So yeah, so that's just like a fun fact of like the actor, I guess. So yeah.
So I guess we can get into our thoughts. I mean, who wants to start and who wants to say like their likes or dislikes?
I love films like this. I think there's something different for me, like captivating when I watch like a film that's not like Hollywood or like in English, you know, like then like not that I'm forced, but I'm already captive with their language, their world, and all that. And something that I like picked up on like many films that is just not Hollywood is just their cinema is so different yet so like to themselves, and I love it. And I think one thing that stood out the most was their camera angles. I think one of the shots that spoke to me so much was first of all, the camera would pan to a bunch of photos, whether it was Fatima or the government, you know, like I think they relied so much on camera movement, but not making it like the main like source of the movie. Of course, it's the storytelling and the script. But one thing I loved is when Marcelo would come to his room and like Fernando, the son, was there, but the angle is just so nice. Like he's right in they're both in the frame, but they're distance, showing like each shot had its own symbolic reason to why the placement was such and such. And I think it was nice that I kept on picking up beautiful shots one after the other, because I don't know, like I don't see that often in a movie. Like it's usually like a still shot movement and then another still shot, but this movie really relied on their set still shots, and they were perfectly made. Like, there were so many shots. There was one shot where they were looking out the window, and it was when the police officer and the guys were all there chit-chatting. It was two windows. Marcella was on one window, which they were all wearing blue, and the other window, which was the girls, and they were all wearing red. And like, it was such a pretty shot, like, you know, already throwing in color with symbolism, feelings, emotion, and I don't know, I just love the camera work. There's something beautiful about that.
It's funny how you notice that, because like I've mentioned to these girls when I watched it, because the movie is in Portuguese, like Brazilian Portuguese. So for me and Nora, we had to like read the subtitles, and I don't think it was a language barrier thing, but I think because the movie itself is a bit confusing.
Yeah.
So the fact that you caught all of that, I was just trying to understand the plot.
And I was half asleep too when I was watching it. But it's just like, it was really early in the film, so that's why I caught it. But there are beautiful shots. I like even grotesque shots, like the shark and all that. It was gross, but like you see the three doctors standing there and the shark there. Like, it's so calculated, I feel. So it just caught my attention, but and then like I would kind of go back to read the subtitles, of course, but honestly, like I really love the art, the layout. Like, that's the first thing I picked up, the colors. Like, I just love movies that are not from Hollywood sometimes, just because it's so freeing from that Hollywood structure, if I can say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just love it. I just love like films from anywhere else, honestly. And honestly, this film was so nice.
What about you? I mean, do you want me to start and then you be like the last boom?
Oh, the last boom.
I mean,
Boom.
me, honestly,
You guys need to leave.
Agente secreto. Vamos analisar. Vamos ouvir agora o que a Rachel vai falar.
Brazil.
For me, honestly, these type. Okay, so the thing is that it's not that I don't like political movies, but I think movies that have a lot of like storyline, it's just they're so hard to watch because it's long a lot of time. It's a lot of info. It's a lot of catching on. So it was a bit like that, but it wasn't bad because, like, how do I say it? Like, they kind of finished by explaining everything, you know what I mean? Because, for example, for me, at first, because that's the thing, the first part of the movie is very confusing because you just kind of get into it. They just kind of launch you into it and tell, like, you're kind of, like, living with this character of, like, this is where I'm at. But then you as a character, you're like, okay, like, how did you get here? So I was messaging Clara being like, can you just explain me the plot because I'm a bit lost? But then as she was explaining the plot, literally it happened like 2 seconds later. So I was like, oh, okay. So then now it made more sense. And then like literally around half of the movie, I started really understanding more and I really got into it. So for me, this is not a type of movie that I watch because I feel like when it's like a lot of info, slow pace, and like it's just not that it's a heavy topic, but it's like if they don't do it well or they don't captivate you enough, it's just a really boring movie. And like I'm sorry, I need a little bit of something to at least like captivate me, you know? So I was honestly surprised that I really enjoyed this movie. Like I was really surprised that I enjoyed being able to watch it. The only thing that made me not irk me, but like made me less attentive was just the fact that I didn't understand at first. But the moment I caught on, I was really hooked. I really loved the story. And I think also the convo that comes with it, I think it was just I really liked the movie.
Yeah, it took me like a hot second, but honestly, like, there's some comfort to these type of films that I find for myself. I don't know why. Okay, like, this sounds weird, but like, I'm not trying to compare, but like, I'd be like at my friend's place and they're watching a telenovela, like I get hooked, like, you know what I mean? And it's not because like it's soap opera and this and that. It's just like the fact that it's like a whole nother culture for me. Like that's why I get hooked on it, and I find it so comforting. So it's like I literally like was texting the group chat. I was like, guys, I'm so tired, but I'm like, I can't turn it off. Like I don't want to because like I like had to search it up if it was a real story, but like it's not based on a real story, but it can be someone's story. And I think that's what like I liked. It's just it was showing a part of life that I never knew, and like that's the power of movie. That's the power of cinema and film. But like it's just it felt so comforting with like the colors and all that. But I agree. Like, it took me a second, but honestly, like, it got me so hooked that, like, I had to Google everything, and I read a whole article. I don't read articles, not anymore. I used to for school, if I may, but you know, I like read a whole article on it, and it's very like what a cool way of well, not cool, but like what a like unique way of talking about heavy subjects, but also still keeping like thriller slash like dark comedy in it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, me too. I was confused. My whole family, we were left confused. even though like we understand like the historical context of what happened, you know. But yeah, like I like that about the movie though. Like I like that it's, and when you go actually search the concept of the movie, and that it is about like memory and things that get forgotten, or like stories that get fragmented and lost, then you understand why the narrative itself is so like fragmented, you know?
Exactly.
Like the information comes like in a non-linear way, and like bits and pieces that you have to piece together. And that's how a lot of people, and I'm sure we're gonna go there, that's how a lot of people remember that time. Just like Wagner Moura, he was just a kid when it happened. I'm pretty sure that's how he remembers too, bits and pieces of like that moment in time. But it's like something that he can really like remember how it was. He has a memory of it that's his version, but it wasn't how reality was like. And of course, like I learned about the dictatorship in school, about how people were hunted down, artists had to flee the country, and all of that. But what I really liked about the movie, after understanding the concept, is that like the concept is that the English is also like, bro, the English is like fleeing my head too.
It's
anyway.
okay if you want to speak in.
It's the anti-colonialism in me. It's like, no, speaking. I'm kidding. I'm not like that.
Canceled.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, because like the movie, it's not about like, oh, like a guy from the military like dominated the country, and it's not like about like, oh, this artist that's being hunted down. It's about just like a normal person. It's the experience of like a normal person living for that period. And even though like Marcelo and Armando is not like a secret agent, he's not like someone that's actively going against the government, like the violence, the surveillance, and the fear of that system was like so strong that even him as a like normal person was suffering the consequences of the regime. And that's what I really found interesting, because I think that's the experience of a majority of people that live through it.
I mean, just him existing and just believing his own thoughts was technically against the government. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I like what you, because me too. When I saw the trailer, and when I saw like the edits and people talking about secret agent, I thought it was like a spy movie.
Me too.
I thought it was, and the way the description also writes it, how it's like he like
is fleeing.
Yeah, he's fleeing the country. So like the way the description was like he's trying to he found like a formula and they're trying to get it. You know, so I read that, I'm like, okay, like he's a spy, whatever. And then I'm watching the movie and I'm like, this is like a regular guy.
But I think that's the whole point. Like you just said, like it affects regular civilians, and I think that's the whole point. Oh my god, secret agent! Oh my god, like it. Then it has to be someone superior. It has to be someone that's up there. But in the end, it's like this is real life, and it affects everyone. From it doesn't matter what hierarchy you are in, and I think like that's like maybe the symbolism behind the title. I haven't looked into much of that, but. You know, I think like it definitely probably plays in the idea of just.
But I think that's what it is, because when you look at also the picture, like the movie poster, he's like on the phone, and like he looks like he's looking somewhere else. You know what I mean? So I feel like it does give that vibe of like he's like a spy agent. But then when you get into the story, like you said, it's just a regular person. But I don't hate it. Like I love that. You know what I mean? Because you're right, and I think him dying was necessary. I think him getting killed shows that like. Yeah. Even someone that was trying to flee or was trying to do the right thing or trying to be secretive about it, but at the end of the day, he was still like a normal person. You know what I mean? He wasn't this spy agent that finally got away from the government and like overthrew the government. Like it was nothing like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're right. It's just that everyday experience.
I think maybe he's a secret agent because like the way he was like rebelling was to just like fight for his own freedom, you know, and to like make his own choices.
Yeah.
But because his own choices that he made for his own life and his research didn't fit the mold of people who were in power. So like Girotti, like the CEO, having power because he has money and therefore influence, like just him trying to do something that he thought was right, not fitting the mold, was enough for him to like be caught up in this whole like drama and him having to flee the country, just like someone who directly like made like a criticism to the government.
Something sorry, before I forget it, I talked about in my letterbox is that the arc of the story, like I did like, I'm gonna be honest, I did get confused. Like I think I mentioned that in the beginning, like not too long ago, but when you said like fragments, like the story was being told in fragments because we're basically like those two girls figuring out the story. So like as soon as I like, imagine me like just watching the movie and it's, you know, like in the late
70s. Yeah.
70s. And then out of nowhere, there's like an iPhone that pops up on the screen, and I was like, "What?"
Me too. I was so confused.
And then I realized, oh, like we're learning the story the same way these girls are learning. So if they miss a plot, we miss the plot too. Yeah. And I think like that's why I say like the writing is, well, I mean, like I don't know much because like the translation with the subtitles can get like lost in it because that's what you mentioned not too long ago. But I feel like the writing was like, you know, pretty like there because of like the arc itself of the story. It was like complex and it kept on jumping in time, and I actually kind of liked it even though it got me confused. I think it just made me focus, but it's just, I don't want to say, it just shows that like history can like literally live in like different ways and different paths to like random people. Like, you know, the son in the future, he goes, "You know more than my dad," and she's just a researcher. Like, you know what I mean? So like history can linger to different people in different length of time. So I think I really liked that like symbolism of the timeline, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What do you want to say, Raquel?
I was gonna say like but I found it like, what I found interesting about this movie is that it was such a like heavy topic, but there's a lot of like goofy moments.
Yeah, like dark comedy.
Like the leg.
Yeah.
And I need to talk about the leg because like it's funny, but I think it's like it represents of what it means, you know what I mean? Because the whole point, and we talked about it because like I wasn't because I had to understand what this
where
leg
it came from.
Can you just explain please the leg?
Yes. Okay. So the legend of Perna Cabeluda, the hairy leg, is a real urban legend from Recife, and I mean, I'm like I said, I don't know if the origin story is the same as the movie, but it's real that like in the news there was this piece of news saying that there is this severed leg that was kicking people's butts in a hospital, and then it became this huge like hysteria. People suddenly were like telling that, oh yeah, I saw the Pena Cabeluda there and here, and people were scared of like this like monster. It was basically like a monster that could hunt you at night if you weren't careful.
Yeah. But so like for example, me like watching the movie, like I'm like, what is this leg mean or whatever? So like I had to like dig deeper, and like a lot of people have come to the conclusion, and I think that was what the leg was, is how the government constantly tries to manipulate the people, because again like I'm sure you got from the context of this that it was a dictatorship during that time. So obviously, being under a dictatorship, a lot of things were censored. So the leg was like a piece of media to hide of what really was happening, because as it was said that the leg came from a body that killers or like criminals have killed and ended up being in the shark.
Yeah.
And so then people found the shark with the leg, and so then after that they started spreading this news of like, we found a leg in the shark, and then they started twisting the truth of being like, wait, it's not just like a normal leg, it's a hairy leg, like an animal. Like, well, they actually in the movie they switched it, but it's like then they're like adding to it. And I think for me, the way I saw that legend, it was like how they're villainizing even more this leg of like, this is the truth, this is what happened, and like this is what it is. And so
that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, so I think like at the end of the day, the leg does represent like the government trying to take control and stuff like that. But the way I saw it, because I didn't know the folklore of it all, like I saw it as that way.
Yeah.
I paused the movie and searched it up right away. So I kind of like, my idea of it was that the hairy leg is a way to frighten people. So for me, the hairy leg was the government. If that
I was
makes
about to say that. It also
Yeah.
presents that, like, something like, oh, if you're bad, like, it's gonna get you. Just like the
Yeah,
government, right?
exactly. So that's how I saw it. And not only that, like, obviously, shark is one of, like, I don't know how to say it now, but I think like the animal shark was shown and like talked about a lot, especially the movie Jaws. Unfortunately, I never watched Jaws.
I did. And it's funny because I watched Jaws when I was in Recife.
No!
And I got nightmares too because of the shark, because in the beaches there are actually sharks that attack people. So I was really scared.
So, sorry, I was gonna say, I found it funny because when I watched Jaws, I was like, okay, like my boyfriend made me watch it, by the way, so
Yeah.
it's not really me. But it's like, when I watched it, I was like, okay, people were afraid of that. Like I wasn't,
girl.
but I wasn't understanding. But I think it's because I come from a place where like I know there's gonna be no sharks around. You know what I mean? But like seeing it from your point of view, like it's such an interesting like. But alternative, sorry, just a second. It's a different, like a different side of like one story, and I think it also like represents the story itself of like different sides of a society within dictatorship.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that
The beef.
No. It's just like I agree with what you said because I searched up what the shark meant. So in that around that same time there was a lot of shark attacks in Brazil. So it made sense for
Or were there? Or was it just a cover story? Think about it.
But yeah, like I think like that too had a correlation, but I also think of how sharks, they linger and they lurk. So so it's like the government, it's always there. It's just there. You just can't see it because of the dark blue sea or whatever, and it will always pop up anywhere. It's on the news, it's on this, and it's like such a big creature that can hunt you. And yeah, I think after searching up what the shark meant, it meant like a suppressed fear from what you would feel from something higher than you. After that, like it showed me like, oh yeah, but in Brazil, like around like the 70s, like there was a unfortunately a good amount of shark attacks. So
But
yeah,
you know what that makes
is
me
that
think?
real? Is it real?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's real to this day. Like now and then you see that someone was like bitten by the shark there.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
becoming more and more common because with like human intervention and like things getting constructed, like the sharks are migrating more and more to the beach. Actually, like back then there weren't even sharks in the beach, but because of like them having to change their habits because of human intervention, it has sharks now. But I was gonna say, like, this shark thing also made me think about, like, when you're in the ocean, it doesn't matter that, like, someone saw a shark that day or, like, a month before, or, like, if no one ever really saw the shark, like, just the threat of having it there is enough to make you, like, behave and not, like, go too far into the ocean, you know?
But
Yeah.
exactly.
Just like the government, like,
exactly.
just like Armando, he never met, like, someone, like, in the high ranks of power in the government. He met, like, a businessman that might have been connected to the government. He met a chief of police. But just that is enough for him to, like, really make sure he's not doing anything wrong. Just the threat of being, like, discovered and, like, punished.
And it's the fact that, like, you don't even need to interact the shark, right? Like, what's his name? Alexander?
Who?
The grandfather? Alexander?
Oh, Alexandre, yeah.
Yeah.
Alexander.
Alexander, sorry.
Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton. Anyways, even him, when he's like, you know, your son really wants to watch Jaws, and Fernando goes, Fernando, what? That's the son. Fernando's the son. He wants to watch the movie Jaws, and I forgot his name. Marcelo was like, no, he's gonna be too frightened. He's already frightened by just looking at the poster. Like, you know what I mean? That's just saying, like, that's in my head. It's like, picture the news, you know, you're like picking it up slowly as like you grow in that environment of like dictatorship. So it's like, I think that's why I say like the shark kind of symbolizes the fear that humans have, or the fear that shark causes. It's kind of very similar to I guess, like, in that sense, like, in a symbolic way, I kind of tied it to that. Could be wrong, but that's just how I picked it up after searching the hairy leg to, like, kind of connect them together. Like, it's just something that suppresses Yeah, suppresses. Yeah. Sorry. But
Any other thoughts?
Yeah. Is there anything more like likes that you guys want to discuss, or you want to go into something that you disliked about this movie?
I didn't dislike anything.
Let me see. I really like, the casting. That's something that I really liked.
Yeah.
As I was saying, there's a lot of ugly people in this movie.
Not my Bobby. Bobby? Oh my god. Bobby.
But like, it goes back to what we were saying, Nora, about like Hollywood structure. Like in Hollywood, even the waiter that's serving the food is hot in the restaurant.
Yeah.
But this movie, like, they hired even like people that aren't actors. They hire like real people from his CV to be part of the movie. People who look like real people, and it was refreshing to see that. You know,
Yeah.
honestly, like props to that, and I really hope they get the Oscar for that for casting. Okay.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I texted you guys like last night before I was gonna watch. I was like, "Hey guys, who was gonna tell me it's 3 hours?" But this was because this is so stupid. I'm so sorry. I knew it was a Brazilian movie, but I thought it was like produced in Hollywood or something like that. Okay, like that's kind of what I don't know why I thought of that. Okay, and so I was like, okay, I'm watching it, and like the first half of the movie, it's all in like Portuguese. I was like, oh, it's a foreign film. Like if I would have like known that, like the 3 hour mark, I wouldn't care. Like any foreign film is 3 hours and more. Okay, like I don't care. Then I got captivated. Then I was like, oh, the 3 hours, give me 4 if you may. Like, you know, it's the fact that like my mind is so like constructed like that. Like I thought it was a Hollywood movie. Why isn't it 3 hours long? But no, then I find out it's like a full on Brazilian movie. And I was like, okay, give me 4 hours. Like, you know what I mean? And I literally said, oh guys, it makes sense now. You know that it's 4 hours. Like, I don't know if, like, that's how it is for you guys, because Bollywood is, like, me, it's more like Bangla, like, TVs and movies, like, they're long. Same way as, like, Bollywood, but...
Plus, Bollywood has, like, a lot of music.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying, is that I found it, like, I love that we can see how their own Hollywood or their own version of movies is, because it's just refreshing, I feel like. And and honestly, like, also, I found it interesting, but at the same time, it's not a dislike. It goes into not my dislike, but more of a struggle when it comes to this film, because as a movie, like I watched this movie, and unfortunately, I don't really understand. I didn't know much of the political situation in Brazil.
Neither did I.
And the thing is that I was literally talking with Clara and my dad, because I watched it with my dad, so we're all three like talking and giving each other like history facts, because like I had to like really learn, especially not just that time, but like the context of just not that political like country, like what was going on, but also like what was going around it. You know, Latin America, like it kind of follows each other a bit.
Yeah.
So when we were talking about it, it like helped me understand the movie more, because at the end of the day, when you say dictatorship, it's so different for each country.
Yeah.
And as well, like when she was talking about censorship. Oh my gosh.
Censorship.
Yeah.
Censorship, and like, you know, the shark and everything like that. It's like how
different places constructed it.
Exactly. But as well, it's like, how far is the censorship? Because like in certain countries, the movie Jaws wouldn't have been premiered. You know what I mean?
That's true.
But in this one, it has been. You know what I mean? And so we were just talking about it and everything. So it's like having the convo help, and I think that's why I like this movie, is because it creates convo, and you tend to learn more, not only about how this movie was made, but as well as like the culture and everything. But also, I think that's where I struggle with, is that because I didn't know much of it, and thank gosh I have a Brazilian friend to tell us how it is, because I think I would have just been really confused. And I think for me, then it would have maybe pushed me to like research, but as well, it's like, I think I wouldn't, and even now watching it, I can't grasp it fully, because I didn't live it, and I don't understand the social economic of it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like because it was already past your bedtime, miss. So I couldn't text Clara or anything. So I really, really relied on my Google searches. And as much as like I agree, like I would never like understand the story, but that's why I like that it didn't focus on someone with a hierarchy. It focused on a professor. It focused on someone just like that you would see in the grocery store. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it was very nice to like have it in the human level.
Yeah.
And I think
I'm not sure if I have dislikes. Like, that's, even for me as a Brazilian, that's not a style of movie I consume that much. I want to consume it more because I feel like I'm always like just leaning towards like Hollywood stuff and mainstream.
Yeah.
So it's not a dislike, but more something like I'm not used to. It's just like the way the story is like non-linear and that I have to think a lot about the movie to understand and not everything's being fed to me. Yeah. That's something I'm not used to, but it's not necessarily a dislike because I'm like, yeah, like I also like movies that make me think and I have to like do research to understand it. Like it's a good thing. Like it makes me feel smart.
Yeah.
When I do that.
Yeah. No, I honestly would love to expand my movie knowledge, I guess. I think like not too long ago my cousin made me watch like a Bangla film and it kind of made me realize that like such cinematography like high, I don't know how to say it, like good quality cinematography is everywhere because everyone has that creative force. So it's like it's when I was younger I used to think like do like at least
sorry guys, you keep saying like a lot. We can't help it.
Leave me alone.
Oh la la.
Oh, instead of like, I'll say oh la la because damn. Anyways, I forgot my train of thought.
Sorry, it's because I was listening to what you're saying and like
no, you're saying that everyone has a creative force.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, everyone has a creative force, and I think when I was younger, when I would watch like a Bangla film or like just like a low key foreign film, I was like, do they have like the same processes as like Hollywood? I still wonder like, do they do auditions? I'm like, yes, girl. One, yes.
I mean, yes,
but
and no.
But like that's the thing. I feel like you could literally walk down the street and they're gonna be like, you just want to be an extra, and like I think you just get it.
But I think it just depends on the culture because it's like here in Quebec, like the French side, they don't do auditions, and don't you remember they told us?
What? QDF?
UDA,
not QDF. Oh my god. But like, like when I was younger, I used to think that. Like, I used to think like, do like Bangla films even have like scripts? Like what? Like I feel like they're so. I feel like foreign films are so raw in their acting that I feel like it's just fully improvised and the camera's just there. Like I don't know why. I think that's why like my heart is like really open to foreign films, and like that's why I want to intake more foreign films. I feel so, but that's just like a little thing I used to think about when I was younger. Like, are they like there's no script? Like you're telling me there's a director? Nah, like I don't know why, and I feel like it's definitely how Hollywood presents itself to a point. How foreign films are made and like produced, it's different. So in my head, I was like, I guess like,
and I feel like this movie like. It really, I think, opened the eyes for a lot of people saying that, like, because I feel like when it comes to foreign films, a lot of the times they only get nominated into the foreign film category. The idea that a foreign film gets Best Picture, I personally haven't seen it. And, like, I haven't been following the Oscars for that long. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Brazilian culture is very different from, like, other cultures that are very similar in like Hollywood. Because for example, like we see a lot of like Latin culture, but like Latin culture, like Mexican culture, we see a lot of like Black American culture, Asian American culture. So like we're aware, but I feel like Brazilian, like you guys have such a strong identity. Like seriously, I love you guys so much.
Yeah.
No, you guys have such a strong identity, and like you guys, because I feel like people tend to forget that Brazil is a big ass country. Like really, like I think I flew like 5 or 4 hours just over the country just to like get to like Rio. Like it was long, so like that put me to perspective. Like this country is big. There's a lot of culture. There's a lot of things, and like you guys have such a strong identity that like it feels more foreign than the others. If you know
I see, because it's not like super well known.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the fact that this movie got nominated for Best Picture and for so many other awards, it feels like so satisfying. And then, like you said, it opens my like eyes into like acting, the styles, and like how foreign films are just in general.
Just amazing. And that kind of reminded me of something. Like it's the meme where it's like two photos and it's like this is a Hollywood scene and then this is a Hollywood scene but in Mexico City with that filter. Like I don't know how to say it, but like it kind of reminded me of that. Now I lost my thought and now it seems like I'm just a stupid person saying a stupid thing. But it has basically my point is that Hollywood took that idea and said this is what Mexico City looks like. This is what Mexico movies are. But then we're here like getting something so new, something so not
from
that
its own
filtered.
people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I try to bring up that meme, but loved it.
Yeah.
You know, like we as people are maybe realizing that film is more than just what we're used to seeing. So I think this movie represents that well. The only thing, like I said, my dislike a little bit of the fact that I didn't understand, but also I think it's just
That's
one
you,
thing
girl.
that you didn't understand much either. Don't throw me under the bus here. Another thing though that I felt like, it's not that I dislike, but it's just that like it led to the confusion more. It was just the way they went with the story. Like I felt like I was jumped too much into it, and I didn't know where I was going. And like I did like more the second half, or like the third quarter of the film. Like it's not really at the half, it's like a little bit before the half. Like I really started doing it more because that's when we started to realize more of the actual like storyline and the like the depth of it all and everything. So I was like, oh, okay. But I think because of the way they really went about it, I was like so confused. So I think I would have just like rewritten a bit more, or if not, if you wanted to keep it like the ambiguous of it all, at least make it clear of like who he is, because I feel like they didn't do that at the beginning. You didn't know who Marcelo was.
No.
You didn't know. You thought he was a professor. You didn't know that like I think if they had made it clear that he was a professor, like fearing for his life, and then not telling us yet what it was. Like I really liked the scene where he was talking with Elsa.
Elsa.
Elsa. Oh, sorry. The subtitles was like not being faithful to me.
No, at all.
Elsa, like when he was talking to her and pretty much telling how the story went. You know what I mean? Like I really like that because it really gave us. I think the acting was good, but as well, like it was like just it was like telling us pretty much the whole story.
Yeah,
like,
that moment.
you know those scenes where like a character just talks to just say the plot of the movie. It was pretty much that, but it was done in such a good way, so I didn't hate it. But that's the moment where you generally realize. But keep in mind, there's like 30-40 minutes of the movie prior to that where you're just confused of where things going. Also, I got really confused with the carnaval like puppet that was like looking into his car and was like shaking his head.
Okay, that's also kind of like an urban legend.
Oh,
that's
okay,
the
okay.
Oh frick, I forgot the name. But
is it the Lara? No, that one's not.
No, it's the La Ursa.
Oh, can you explain? Because the thing is that like it gave really weird vibes, and I'm sure that was the point. And then remember, it appeared back again in his dream.
It haunted him.
Yeah, it haunted him. So I was like,
okay,
what is
so
this?
I'm gonna have to pull up my phone because I don't. My parents are gonna hate me for this. Dad, I'm not uncultured. But it's called La Ursa, and it's like a character. It's like a character from Carnaval. It's like from that party. But okay, La Ursa is a traditional, culturally significant street performance during Carnival, especially in Recife.
Is it the people that dance next to the buses and like? No.
Yeah, it features a person in a bear costume dancing while tied to a tamer, accompanied by the song La Ursa quer dinheiro.
All those people that are like, there's like dance buses.
Carreta Furacão!
Okay, that's what it is. Okay,
yeah.
I don't know what it is.
There's like Captain America, Mickey Mouse, Spider-Man. They all do it.
Because I actually saw it with my own eyes in Brazil.
No! You saw Carreta Furacão!
I don't know where, I forgot the area that I went, but it was like a little small village, more like up, because I went to Rio, and then we went more like up north in the mountain, like up like this, not like up there like this, you know what I mean? And because we went to go eat at a place, and then on our way back to like leaving, because we went to like a few shops, and then on our way back, I saw these people just dancing, like, you know, doing flips or whatever. Yeah. And I was telling my friend, I was like, oh, is that what I keep seeing? And she's like, yeah, that's
on the internet.
Yeah. Yep. I was like, okay, but that is nothing to do with Carnaval.
No, that's just us messing around.
That's just them putting their culture in their film.
That's just entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay. Because when I saw it, I was like, oh, is that what I think it is? But it's not. Okay.
No, it's just more like a folklore character from Carnaval. I'm not sure what it means, like, or the symbolism behind it, but it's always like a character that's there. Okay. We have many Carnival characters, especially like in Recife. We have Homem da Meia-Noite. It's kind of like the Men of Midnight, and we have Caboclo de Lança too.
Okay. I don't know. Actually, I'm just trying to like take it in.
Yeah, but it's specifically from that region. Like in Rio, like they wouldn't really know.
Okay, but that's so like interesting. Yeah. But you see, that's what I mean. It's like I wouldn't have gotten all those references. unfortunately. But at the end of the day, it was a Brazilian movie made for Brazilians.
Yeah. So.
There are many symbolism. Even like in his house, there's this thing called a carranca, and it's kind of like it's made of wood, and it's kind of like a little face that you keep in your home to like keep the bad spirits away, and like like jealousy away. Like people in Northeast would have that in their houses.
Okay, it's like your guys' version of like the evil eye.
Yeah, basically. Okay. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
He also had that in his house when he goes to hide with Dona Sebastiana.
I know you and I were talking about it like with my dad about like how it affected as well other Latin countries, and I think it's such a good conversation starter, honestly, this movie. And like it really opens your eyes to like how dictatorship really like affected like the everyday people. And it's like I think when you learn it like in school, in your head is like dictatorship and it's like extreme, and like they always talk about the negative. It's like everyone's like super oppressed.
Exactly. You think everyone's living like a nightmare, like couldn't get out of the houses.
Exactly. And then now you actually get a slice of life, and it's like, and I think that's what movie is at the end of the day. It's like a slice of life presented to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You brought
No,
I don't know. You brought up a point, and it's gone. But I do want to talk about the cat.
The cat.
Like I said, I was kind of half asleep when I was watching this, and I've never jumped out of my bed to be like, "Is that a cat?" And then I'm like, I thought I was like so tired, like rubbing my eyes, like, no, like that is crazy. And I think like I like enjoyed. I want to talk about like a little bit of like the makeup and like effects. It's so like different. Because when the guy got shot, his cheek literally flew off. And I was like, what a crazy visual to, like, kind of think of. Like, I found that so intriguing, like, how effects is, like, so different. And I think seeing that one leg jumping up and down was so, like, it was so funny. But, yeah, I really like the arc. Like, I think it's such a nice path. This movie is built on a nice path because it goes back and forth, and it's kind of missing some like stories here and there, but that's because we're getting what the girls are getting. But then whatever the girls are receiving, we're receiving a bit more because we are in that time. I don't know. It doesn't play a natural storyline. Yeah, and I think that's.
But I understood those parts a little bit more.
No, I mean I understood too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I understood.
Okay. No, I understood.
I understood.
It's just like, anyways, no,
I know,
but
it's a big brain movie.
It took me a minute.
But I understand why it also got nominated for Best Picture. Like I understand because it's like it's a lot of like.
Wow. I understand, but I was surprised because it's very, like I said in my video, it's so specific to Brazil that I didn't expect a lot of people to like really find it so fascinating. But like, it's really heartwarming, especially as a Brazilian, to like see that, and like, yay, Brazil.
But yeah, because even like I said, even though I didn't understand fully, I still very enjoyed it. I think like Nora kept saying how like she still understood through the colors and stuff like that. I think that's the universal language in film. It's like colors.
Camera shots.
Yeah, like you still get something out of it. So.
It's a director's language. I don't know.
Yeah, no, literally. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's it for me. Like, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed it way more than I would have like imagined. And honestly, like, I recommend for people to watch this movie, especially like if you want to expand your film horizon from like. Like Hallmark movies, you know what I mean?
Oh my god.
I say go watch it. It's just disclaimer, it is really long and there is a lot of dialogue. So if you're not really a dialogue person, I would maybe just recommend not to watch this one, but maybe try to see if you can find other like foreign films that it will be more your like cup of tea.
Yeah. So, shall we go to our little rating?
But do you guys want to say any final thoughts or you're good?
I'm good. I said everything I had to say.
Yeah. Let me just check my notes.
Yeah. Actually.
Okay, so I want to rate this out of the leg.
The leg.
I was going to say let's rate it out of like Wagner, but okay.
Out of who?
Wagner. Oh, Marcelo.
Oh, girl. No.
Fine.
Let's do the leg.
Leg.
Let's stand 5 toes on business.
Bobby!
Bobby!
Oh my gosh, she's obsessed with Bobby.
Wait. That's the one thing I want to say.
About Bobby?
Yeah, the actor that played Bobby, he's beautiful.
Shout out to Gabriel Leone.
Shout out to
you.
you. Oh my god, you're my king.
So how do you rate this movie, Nora, then?
4.5 out of 5.
No, out of 10.
Oh. Then just convert that to 10.
So, but 4.5 doubles 2 is
9?
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
So 9 out of 10. You?
Me, I'm also gonna give it 9 pernas cabeludas out of 10.
I'll give it... Sorry, I'm being different, y'all, but 8.5.
That's fair.
So the final rating would be
10.
like 8.7?
8.75.
Yeah.
8.75?
So 8.75 out of 10 of
the leg.
Hairy legs, pernas cabeludas.
Period. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Go support Brazilian movies, foreign movies.
Exactly.
Get out of your bubble. Go explore. Be informed. Be educated.
Exactly.
Put that subtitles on. Get your phone out. But if not if you're in a movie theater. Google what you need to. Enjoy the film. You're gonna love the culture. You're gonna love the story, and you're gonna love the language.
But if you don't feel like watching the full movie, you can watch Clara's recap of
Yes.
it on our socials. So please follow us on our socials on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. It's all on our link tree on our socials. So please go follow us. Keep supporting us.
Yes.
We have like a lot of things planned for like the ending sort of this season. So like, yeah, please keep supporting us. And that's it for us. So
Yeah.
Oh, well, guys, that's it. And we shall reel you guys back in for our next episode.
bye guys.
Ciao.